Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by DND Farm Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat from yesterday, courtesy of John Tuggle. U.S. dollar was higher again, along with the dismal export report sales for corn the past week, only 8.9 million bushels. The grains were all down, with corn down 8, beans down 11, KC wheat down 25. Following Wednesday's announcement that OPEC would cut daily production by 2 million barrels of crude oil futures were again higher, $1 barrel higher, just shy of 88. Corn Belt weather forecasts are mostly dry for the balance of the month, allowing harvest to progress. The lack of rain in the Midwest is causing huge navigational problems on the Mississippi River for barges due to low water levels at one point near Lake Providence, Louisiana. Over 100 towboats and over 1,600 barges are lined up for miles waiting to get through, creating a potential slowdown in exports due to low river levels. This is translated into weaker cash basis levels in the interior. KC wheat and, to a lesser extent, corn were pressured by talk that Russia may extend the Ukrainian export corridor. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM opened for Milo trucks 8 to 245. Cargill open through today 7 to 3. For help marketing your grains, 361-852-5207. Tuggle & Company, Corpus. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how was the cattle sale?
Had good volume. 1655 was the total today, so over 500 head more than the previous week. It felt like for all these calves and yearlings, they sold on the lower side. Of course, a lot of them are still these smaller groups of unweaned, unvaccinated calves, and we sure saw a lower market today, mostly $5 to $10 lower. Slaughter cows and bulls, they sold another $3 to $5 lower, had several of those on offer today. Limited numbers of young to good age bred cows and pairs sold near steady. Better quality steers, 4,600 pounds from 130 all the way up to a high of near 175, mostly 140 to 160. Better quality heifer calves, 4 to 600 pounds from 120 up to a high of near 160, mostly 135 to 150. Slaughter cows average to high yielding from 57 to 71. Did have several of the highest yielding slaughter cows from 72 to 78. Thinner or lower yielding type cows from 33 to 55. Slaughter bulls average to high yielding 75 to 91. Still had several of the highest yielding slaughter bulls from 92 all the way up to a high of 104. Bred cows and 2-year-olds average to better quality. Just had a few singles and small groups, medium to heavy bred, anywhere from 750 to 1075. Same way on the cow-calf pairs, average to better quality. Just some singles and small groups of those from 850 to a high of 1,200.
What are you thinking for this next week?
Seems like more of the same. Sheep and goat numbers just been somewhere around that 6,500 or 7,000 head just week in and week out. And cattle numbers should have a pretty good run again next week. We know some calves and yearlings coming, so probably another 11 to 1,300 head of cattle at next week's sale.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
You bet. At the office, 325-653-3371. Mobile phone would be 234-7895.
Jody, thank you a bunch. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the National Pork Carcass Cutout Value, 211 up at 101.29 in the afternoon. USDA says 1.926 million head of hogs met the knife through Thursday. That is 1,000 head above last week's pace in comparison to the 1.905 million head during the same period last year. Wholesale box prices were mixed in the afternoon with a 30-cent stronger jump in choice at $2.23. In the select, it was weaker. As we look toward the choice select spread, now at $30.37 for the box and $120.57 for the rib. Estimated slaughter, 510,000 head through Thursday. That compares to 507 last week and 484 during the same week last year. Looks like unsold cattle saw bids this week of 144, but ask was 145 to 146. We saw reports of 144 to 148 on Thursday, calling the bulk of the southern trade 144 and the northern trade 146. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for yesterday. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did the San Saba sale turn out?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having right at 2,417 head of cattle today, about 350 cows, rest of them all calves, yearlings, about 20-something bulls, I think it was. I thought overall, this week the market, as we talked earlier, started quite a bit lower and a little softer, especially. But on Thursday, I thought overall the market improved somewhat what it did begin the week. I thought the better quality cattle definitely had improved quite a bit. The stocker steers, I thought overall on Thursday were probably only $8 to $12 lower. Beginning the week, they were up to $15 lower than the week before. But I thought stocker heifers were probably steady. In some instances, up to $4 to $7 $6 lower. Get into the bigger cattle. I thought the bigger cattle were mostly steady. Had a group of special on the steer end. At 8 steers, weighed 690 at $1.62, right at $1,118 on those. I thought the feeder heifers were probably mostly $5 to $7 lower. Had a group of 18 heifers, weighed 676 at $1.50, a little over $1,014. I thought the packer cows were $5 to $6 lower. Bulls were $5 to $7 lower. Then again, the pairs and bred cows overall were steady. The market, as most people know, the lighter cattle, they're just having a lot of hard places to go to. The lack of wheat all over Texas and all over Oklahoma. We're still in the dry condition based on that. And a lot of those cattle just are light. They haven't go to feed yard, and all of a sudden that changes the cost gain dramatically on those. And then we got the cool weather night, warm weather day. They're having some health problems too. So a number of things have helped move this market a little lower. But I thought overall this week, kind of the middle of the week, the latter part, we improved and weren't quite as low as we were starting the week later. So a little better deal, I thought, overall Thursday on some really, really choice cows.
Anything coming to Mason Monday?
Yeah, we've got, I know of 2 or 3 groups of calves that are coming, and there'll be some Angus and Black Baldy calves. So I'm kind of looking, we'll have a regular run like we have, run that 700 to 750 head, kind of that range. Also, kind of get ready for our bull sale, our first bull sale of the year. Next Thursday, we'll start at 10 o'clock, about 130-some bulls. We'll talk more about that. They'll all be ready to go, fertility test, trick tested, our virgin bulls, whichever way they need to work out that way. But they're quality stock, and we'll have it live on the internet too, Larry, if somebody can't make it over here.
Ken, tell everybody how to contact
you. Bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159, or go to our website on the bull information area at jordancattle.com.
We appreciate it, and I'll talk to you Sunday evening.
Thank you, sir.
Never this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction. Cameron, it's about 8 p.m. on Thursday evening, looking for a Friday sale. What's it looking like, Kenny?
Well, it's pretty busy, Larry. Everybody thought they were gone, but I don't believe they are.
Yeah.
So we're tagging in 18s right now. On my projection a while ago, I put out 21 to 2,300 with 400 cows. We could have a few more cows than that, but I don't think it'll be a lot more.
Right.
And, we got lots of strings of cattle. Got a few good stocker cows scattered through it, pairs and breds. Got a really little old light set of true F1 heifers coming, weigh 350 to 400, 450. They'll be true Brayfords. There were about 35 head of those. Nam was going to keep them, just couldn't keep them anymore, And so the quality's good. Lots of big strings of cattle. One consigner with 125, another one with 80, and, down into the 40s and 50s and 60s on a lot of them. So still selling some strings of cattle. Quality's good, and we're going to do all we can.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny.
You bet. Catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com, or catch us on Facebook. You might want to check Facebook out. We've got a few things posted that will be here tomorrow, so y'all come see us.
We will, and we'll talk to you Monday morning bright and early.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
you. Yes, sir.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad. People are kind of calling. We tested a bunch of them older bulls that we've had here today. We got some of them sold and got them tricked in fertility, waiting for results to come back. And we've been selling on those big stout Hereford bulls that come in about a week ago. And hopefully we're going to have some Charolais and some Angus bulls and a little Maine bull or so coming in here sometime this week. We're waiting on the results to get back. Then we're going to load the wagon.
Okay.
But we've got a little inventory around here. We've got lots of good Hereford bulls and a few Angus bulls and a Charolais or 2, and got some more on the road. Be here, like I say, next week sometime.
All right. Well, you got a good start and more to come. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Leroy.
You can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble here at the kitchen table with my friend RD from DND Farm Ranch. RD, I need a squeeze chute, and I understand you can hook me up.
Well, yes, sir. We got a fully manual squeeze chute here. It's built well and tough. I'd say Texas tough even. We ordered too many of them, so we're now putting them on special for you. Normally these shoots would go for $6,000. For any customer that mentions this ad today, we're going to cut that price down to $4,500 for you.
And that's the Maverick Squeeze Shoot, D&D's brand. RD's the man to contact. RD, tell them how to get a hold of you.
Reach me here at the office at 830-379-7340. My extension is 161.
We are on the line with Joshua Garcia from Karnes City Auction, LLC. We're getting ready for a Saturday sale. It's toward the end of the week. Josh, what's it looking like for Saturday?
Well, Mr. Larry, I tell you what, we hadn't got no rain this week, so they're starting to come to town, starting to get some phone calls. Right now, I got about 70 coming from one man, going to have about 20 cows and about 50 steer calves with supposed to weigh around that 650, might be a few bulls on them. Then I got another man supposed to send me about 65 head. There'll be mixed steers, heifers, and bulls. And then another man about 17 head. So got a few lined up already for Saturday. You know, that weather sure is no rain in the forecast for our future.
Remind everybody about the long-lived Cowboy Special Female Replacement.
Well, we have about 300 good females going to come see us on October the 22nd, 2022. I tell you what, Mr. Larry, these females, I've been going around looking at cattle and getting videos and pictures of them, and let me tell you something, they are nice, they're fancy, and it really is going to shape up to be a good sale. And going to have also bulls. I know a couple Angus bulls, a couple Brangus, and Charolais, and then one registered Brahman bull supposed to be there in the mix.
Joshua, tell everybody how to contact you.
You can reach me here on my mobile at 361-649-4578, or you can catch us here at the barn at 830-780-3382.
We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you after the sale.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Larry.
Neighbor, this portion of today's program is brought to you by PMI Jordanton. Call 830-769-1234. That's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again at PMI Jordanton, 830-769-1234.
All right.
We are on the line with Rodney Butler. It's about 7:45 Thursday evening for a Friday sale in Beeville. What's it looking like, Rodney?
We're tagging on 350 right now with about 50 cows and a handful of bulls. Got a lot of good calves tomorrow. Looked like the market got cheaper this week, so they all brought them in here. I've been waiting for them all for 3 weeks now, but we're going to have a good sale tomorrow. We got some good cattle to sell tomorrow, so we're going to have a good sale, sir.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the Friday sale in Beeville, Rodney.
Yeah, you can reach me here at the sale barn at 361-358-1727, or you can call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Talk to you Sunday night.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Prefer, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. All of your listeners get a 10% off special on roping chute, lead-ups, and arena panels while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
All right, we're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how is the cattle sale shaping up?
We had 490 head today, Larry. Pretty active market, just a little cheaper this week. I'd say those Packer cows were a good steady $7 to $10 lower, kind of trying to find a home for them there. And those Packer bulls still holding, pretty good there. And those calves and yearlings, I thought the bigger calves were definitely steady, maybe $1 or $2 lower, and the lightweights were probably $4 to $5 lower this week, but still dollar out really well. Those number one choice steers, $1.40 to $1.60, and lightweights $1.55 to $1.85. Those number one choice heifers, $1.20 to $1.55, and lightweights $1.45 to $1.70. Crossbred steers, $1.45 to $1.65, lightweights $1.50 to $1.80. Crossbred heifers, $1.15 to $1.50, and the lightweights $1.40 to $1.70. Stocker cows had a handful today, 75 to 90. Packer bulls, 88 to 98. Those breaker cows today, 55 to 74, and those cutters and canners were 30 to 48, and the Shelly cows were 15 to 30. Had a few good pairs today, 850 to 1,050, and some plainer pairs, 575 to 700. And red cows, 650 to 850. So overall, still a pretty good market. Just kind of get through that October market here.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week's sales.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Klein.
Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, here's a shorter look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in October, D's plus 90, 13.67. Yellow corn to Corpus in October, D's plus 180, 855 and a half. Houston beans, October delivery, D's plus 120, 1085. And Houston beans, October delivery, 1343. Texas cotton, 1,200 bales of East Texas Oklahoma at $84.65. That's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Neighbor, thanks for listening. Good Friday to you. Have a grand weekend.